This is just a curiosity question. Do you have an accent in Korean?
I think I still do, kind of, but I feel like I've gotten rid of it a lot. Like I think a lot of people, if they don't know who I am, like just like a random person, like they just assume that I'm Korean. And then they'll be talking to me and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. They're like, why don't you know? I was like, Korean's not my first language. I'm sorry. And then they're like, oh.
And then you run.
And then I'm like, yeah. But I think I've worked really hard at trying to get rid of like a English American accent when I speak in Korean and when I sing in Korean. So I'm like hypercritical to the point where I'm in the studio. I keep listening to words over and over, and everybody in the room has to be like, no, we can't tell. And I'm like, okay, we can move on.
That's like me in English. Like when I'm recording an English song, I'm like, this still sounds a bit Indonesian English.
But your English is so good. Your English is really good. And which leads me to a potentially ignorant question, and I apologize in advance. Like, why and how is your English so good?
First of all, thank you. I think I got asked this question quite a lot, actually. But I think it's purely because of singing. Like when I was little, I would copy, just like copying like movies or singers, and I would copy their accent and their pronunciation. And so that's how the pronunciation, I build my pronunciation. And I read a lot. And so that's how the vocabulary come in. And yeah, it's just from a lot of singing, I think.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I feel like there are, even in Korea, there are some musicians, some singers who I'm like, your English is perfect. And it's because they're just really good at singing pop songs. And it keeps me on my toes. I'm like, man, these people are good. They're great.
And sometimes they can sing like really, really good English, but they can't speak English. It's also an amazing phenomenon to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're singing so good in English. And then I approach them and say blah, blah, blah in English. And then they just like,
nope.
Can't speak English. Yeah, but what I just imagining just the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, it feels like a bit.
So
it feels like you just betrayed me just because I was tricked.
Yeah.
Your pronunciation is so good. I just imagine you speak English. You're like, no, I really can't. I'm like, oh, well, props to you. You can do a little bit of everything.
Yes.
I guess like before we go into a game corner, we have one quick game for you. A question is, you've achieved so much and you're still doing so much in your life and your career. Like what is something that you would love to achieve? Is there like an overarching goal? And what type of person or musician or artist would you like to be remembered as?
I think just to expand my listeners globally is something that I haven't really focused on the past 10, 11 years that I'm in this business. But now, I'm doing a lot of collaborations with other artists. And with COVID, I think we literally just realized how borderless this world is, that it's amazing how we can do this. And you're in LA, I'm in Indonesia. And with me and Sam, we record also virtually. It's something that's unimaginable until now. So it's a little late for me, but to realize that just now that I can, I can expand my listeners so much and so globally. And so that's where I'm heading, I think.
That's awesome. Holy jabeezus, that was an incredible video, wasn't it? No? Yeah? Okay, well if you liked it, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn your notifications on so you don't miss this incredible content that we have coming for you. And if you get a moment, leave us a comment. Don't go anywhere, watch more videos, and stay healthy and happy. See you soon. Bye! Where are you going? Okay.